Hi there. In this video I will present the third type of sentence or English sentence. This type is complex sentence. And in the last video I explained what is simple sentence and what is a compound sentence. And I said simple sentence has subject and verb, but there is no conjunctions between those sentences. And in compound sentence I said that there are conjunctions between sentences, and compound sentence is more easily for understanding. So let's begin with what is compound sentence. What is complex sentence? Complex sentence has two clauses, and both clauses have subject and verb. They don't make sense on their own. They are not complete. يعني there is no meaning without both clauses. يعني each one cannot stand alone. Independent clause need to dependent clause. There are three types of dependent clause. يعني الجملة التابعة هناك ثلاث أنواع لها: adverb and subject, adjective and adverb and noun. When we create or when we combine this dependent clause or with independent clause, we create complex sentence. Let's begin with adverb clause. Adverb clauses show different types of relationships between ideas. I mean, they show time and cause and effect and contrast. Then condition relationships. يعني in Arabic الادverb clause تعرض الوقت والسبب والتأثير والمقارنة. For time relationship, adverb clause begin with words like after, as soon as, and while. يعني نستخدم غالبا هاي الكلمات for adverb clause: after, as soon as, while. For instance, we will begin filling your order as soon as you choose your product. You will see, or you will notice that we used as soon as between dependent clause and independent clause. After we ship your order, you will receive in 2 to 4 days. Location doesn't change the meaning of sentences. Okay, yeah, the place of dependent clause and independent clause, or to change the place of dependent clause and independent clause, will not change the meaning of sentence. In Arabic يعني تغييرك لموقع dependent clause and independent clause لن يغير المعنى لهذه الجملة. The next one: adverb clause that express contrast or unexpected result usually begin with although. يعني غالبا بيبدأ ب although أحيانا أو adverb clause. Although we have only 4 products, you can order them in a wide variety of size and colors. Finally, adverb clause that state possible conditions usually begin with if. يعني بنستخدم الادverb clause للإمكانية. أو للسماح يعني. If your order isn't correct, we will be happy to make any changes necessary. For instance, or for example, we can send you a different product if you provide us with your mailing address. You will notice that we use if for possibility. يعني إذا كان بإمكانك أن تزودنا بالإيميل بإمكاننا أن نرسل لك منتج جديد أو مختلف. The next one is the adjective clause. Adjective clause. What the intrinsic value of using adjective sentence? Adjective clause. Adjective clause. Adjective clauses are like adjective. They describe nouns. يعني for describing nouns we use adjective clause. They don't change the meaning of a sentence but give more information about a noun in the sentence. يعني adjective clause بيعطيك المزيد من المعلومات عن الفاعل أو They often begin with who or which or where or when. For instance, the employee who you spoke with would ask me to give you a call. يعني الموظف الذي طلب أو تحدثت معه هو الذي طلب مني أن أزودك بالاتصال. The next one, more example about adjective sentence. Adjective clause. We can easily solve the problem which you discussed. The office where we will meet is close to the airport. And the last one, we always remember the day when we first became partners. So in these sentences I used which and where, then when in each sentence. In this example you will notice that all the adjective clauses are giving more information about the word right before them. يعني in Arabic كل جملة عم تعطيك الوصف للاسم اللي قبلها أو اللي بعدها أحيانا. Just like regular adjectives, these clauses describe nouns. Let's try another one. Steve Jobs started Apple. He stayed with the company for most of its history. In this case, let's try making the first sentence an adjective clause. Here's what it would look like. يعني in the second sentence you will notice how we use adjective clause. Steve Jobs, who, because Steve Jobs is a noun, started Apple. Then we put a comma. Stayed with the company for most of its history. Last one of the noun clause. The noun clause, like noun, and noun clause can be the subject or object of a sentence. يعني noun clause instead of nouns and or object. Noun clause often begin with question words like who or how or where and when, although they begin with some of the same words that adjective. يعني in Arabic على الرغم من انه بيبلشوا بنفس الكلمات للadjective clause, but the noun clause isn't the same or isn't like the adjective clause. they cannot be separated from the sentence. يعني لا يمكنهم أن ينعزلوا عن الجملة. In other words, they are a part of the main clause of the sentence. We cannot stand, or we cannot leave it. We cannot leave it. We most often use noun clause to state. We most often use noun clause to state what someone else said and to express our opinions or reactions to someone or something. يعني we use the noun clause to express about the state of someone, or to express about opinions, or our opinions or reaction of or to something. For instance, he didn't know when the flight landed. And the next one, what clients want is the best or the best product and service. يعني ما يريده الزبون هو الأفضل أو المنتج الأفضل والخدمات الأفضل. إذن here we expressed about the state of or what the clients want. Okay, here we have two questions for answering in the comment if you want to answer it. Okay, let's review what we said in this lecture. We talked about complex sentence, and we said that complex sentence has two clauses, the independent clause and dependent clause, and both clauses have subject and verb. And dependent clause include three types. The first one, adjective clause, and adverb clause, and the noun clause. And we said adjective clause give us more information about the noun, and adverb clause give us more information about period. And the next one, the noun clause, and we said that noun clause give us more information about the state of someone or a reaction of something. Thanks for watching this video.